Gentlemen, orders. It looks like we're up against an entrenched mechanized infantry battalion occupying high ground, overlooking a valley to our northwest. Time is of the essence here. We will start with understanding what we're up against using the COPT method of the combat estimate. As a reminder, COPT stands for cover, obstacles, positions of fire, positions of observation, enemy, and distance. The enemy in the vicinity of objective link has the advantage of controlling high ground, overlooking a valley, with excellent line of sight. First, we will look at cover. From where we are currently in our tactical assembly area, the map indicates in light blue the areas we deem to be under cover from direct fire, especially to our southwest. This terrain will allow us to shake out into battle formations before getting to our first phase line beach. While the southern approach provides the longest amount of cover, we would leave 3 platoon vulnerable from a likely counter-moves attack from Objective India. Next, we will look at obstacles. Note the areas marked with single hash lines indicating partially restrictive terrain, and double hash lines indicating very restrictive terrain. The wooded areas by our tactical assembly areas, while providing us cover, will also force us into canalizing terrain, as we make our way to waypoints Alpha and Bravo. As we approach Objective Link, the steep incline and wooded zones surrounding the objective will force us into potential deadly funnels. We will use smoke to mask our advance through the most vulnerable approaches, while suppressing the enemy at the objective with artillery. We will let close air support handle any armored concentrations. Do also note the large open area west of the small village, at the center of the map. This terrain not only overlooks the valley with excellent line of sight, but also supports the rapid maneuver of tracked vehicles, both ours and the enemy's. Moving on to positions of fire. 2 and 4 platoon. The map indicates locations based on elevation and best line of sight to establish our fire base. 1 and 3 platoon. The red markers indicate the locations the enemy is likely to use to maximize the use of their anti-tank guided missile capabilities. This will be an uphill battle, gentlemen. Next, positions of observation. These positions marked in blue and red goose eggs correspond with the most advantageous positions of fire. As mentioned earlier, the enemy has the advantage of holding high ground, with large arcs of overlapping fire zones, and their systems can reach out and touch us from where they sit as soon as we cross the line of departure. So what are we up against, exactly? Intelligence reports suggest we are up against a mechanized infantry battalion of unknown effective strength. Some intelligence reports indicate this battalion is reinforced with a tank company. This order of battle shows the doctrinal strength of a typical Soviet-style reinforced mechanized infantry battalion. We do not know the exact combat effectiveness of the battalion to our front. We do not know at this stage if this specific battalion is supported by any more artillery than it normally would have, which is a battery of self-propelled 2S1. We also have scant intelligence on any advanced rest screens, or attack aviation and/or rotary wing support. Moving on to the enemy. Note the assessed disposition of the enemy mech battalion. While they are constrained by terrain to limit their maneuver, once the enemy figures out our main axis of advance, they will likely try to box us into kill zone Alpha as depicted on the map, and trigger a destroy task for their attached tank company, or counter-moves force. It is not known at this time which avenue of approach the enemy counter-moves will take. Without knowing the location of the tank tactical assembly area, this will likely end up being a meeting engagement. The terrain does lend to the assessment the enemy will use the northern approach. Stay vigilant, and use close air support as needed. We cannot stay still for too long, and we have the advantage of maneuver, at least until we get close to objective link. Finally, let's look at distance factors. Note the overall distance to the main objective. From where we stand right now, the approach is approximately 4 kilometers. Of greatest concern during the approach will be the ability for the enemy to use their 9M111 anti-tank guided missile teams to great effect thanks to long lines of sight. From where they are currently entrenched, they can reach out and touch us as early as waypoint Bravo. The anti-tank guided missile squads BMP are our main targets. As we push toward objective link, they are likely to focus on our armor, leaving 3 platoon for easy pickings if they are successful. Any questions so far? No. Good. Moving on to our forces. At first glance, we look to be at a significant disadvantage, with a mechanized company up against an entrenched mechanized battalion with reinforcing armor. That being said, our technological advantage and terrain will even the odds. Lima Company is armor-heavy, with additional punch from our M901 TOW systems. 3 platoon. You will be vulnerable on the approach. 1, 2 and 4 platoons. will ensure the enemy is rendered combat ineffective before you take objective link. We have 3 avenues of approach we can choose from, based on the latest intelligence, and to clear a corridor for 3 platoon as quickly as possible, we will take the central approach. This will take us through a likely enemy kill zone, but will be the most direct route to take the objective. Mission: Lima Company will seize Oblink through the middle corridor to deny the enemy key terrain north of critical ground lines of communication. I say again, Lima Company will seize Oblink through the middle corridor to deny the enemy key terrain north of critical ground lines of communication. Execution: Scheme of Maneuver. This mission will be conducted in 4 phases. Phase 1. 1 platoon will advance to Waypoint Alpha at Phase Line Beach. Rest of Lima Company will follow and support. Phase 2. 1 platoon will clear to Phase Line Towel along the central corridor. 1 platoon will be prepared to destroy the expected enemy tank company based on contact reports. 2 and 4 platoons will support by fire along Phase Line Beach. 3 platoon will follow and support 1 platoon. Phase 3. 1 platoon will clear the small hamlet and nearby open area at objective link, with a limit of exploitation being Phase Line Sand. Once cleared, 3 platoon will seize objective link. 2 and 4 platoons will support by fire. 2 platoon will be prepared to assume clear task to objective link, should 1 platoon be reduced to combat ineffective. Phase 4. 1 and 3 platoons will consolidate northwest of objective link at Phase Line Sand. 2 and 4 platoons will marry up with the rest of Lima Company. A running replan will follow. Groupings and tasks. 1 and 3 platoons will be responsible to advance on objective link. 2 and 4 platoons will be responsible to reduce the defending enemy through long-range fires. Note that we have for direct support fire missions, and for close air support flights on call, we will use a combination of smoke, high explosive and targeted fixed-wing missions as combat multipliers. Orders end. Are there any questions? No. Good. Let's do this. Head back to your call signs, and prepare to move on my signal.
Loader ready, Abo loaded. Gunner ready, Abo index.
Okay, 1 platoon, listen up. As the boss indicated, we're going to take the Center Avenue approach through this kill zone, following waypoints Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, through Echo. Take and clear objective link area, and pave the way for 3rd platoon to follow and assume. 2nd and 4th platoon are going to establish a fire base roughly here, overlooking this area to provide support by fire. We also have artillery, CAS, and smoke to assist us. Any indication of enemy concentrations, BMPs, BTRs, T-55s, T-72s, whatever the case may be, especially that counter-moves force, the armored counter-moves force, could be coming from here or from up here. We will use CAS to good effect and soften them up. Alright, so that is the mission. Any questions? Nope, good. Okay, let's get going. This is 1-1 Banshee now out. Okay, we're going to bypass Phase Line Alpha, direction Waypoint Alpha shortly. Get to a T intersection. We're going to cut through those 2 small hamlets and go to the west side of this copse of trees. Platoon into wedge formation for now. This is 1-1 at beach now out. Okay, start keeping eye out. We're going to be entering the kill zone shortly here. Okay, we're aiming for that open clearing. Okay, we got contacts already. Lost contact. Lost visual at least.
Gunner, stay low, gang! Target lost!
Stop here. Okay. We're getting shot at.
Gunner, stay low, gang! Identified. Relay, fire!
Can't see it. Obscured.
On the way. Re-engage!
Okay, let's move around here. This is the best spot. We're in a funnel area right now. Okay, they lost visual on us.
Gunner, stay low, PC! Reverse west! Target lost! Gunner, stay low, PC! Reverse west! On! Target lost!
That was close. This ATGM was just whizzing towards us. Okay, we're still good. Everyone good? Okay, our firebase is starting to engage. That's great. They see something over here. Now those tanks are a concern. Okay, please BMP platoon up down here, and potential BMP platoon in that gap. Okay, we're entering the kill zone now. There's something over there. Tanks are up the hill. Let's use this low ground to obscure our movements. Formation we get into line. Okay, there's something shooting from here. Out of contact. Missed. Oh, I missed that one too. Target. Okay, we're right in the kill zone. Tanks are firing across there. Up the hill. This is 1-1 at Tal now out. Swing that one. Let's make sure it's dead. That one's dead. Okay, let's swing to the right a bit. Okay, tanks observed north of India. Let's call some CAS on them. They're trading punches with our fire base at the moment. We've lost at least one call sign, 2 call signs. Contact left. Target destroyed. Again, these things are not dying because our level 2 concentration over here. Okay, so the captain's force is to our north. Looks like they're maneuvering. Okay, to get into wedge formation again. Gotta make sure this gap is clear.
Gunner stable PC! Identified.
Contact.
Fire for east! Ready, get the fuck out!
Just got killed.
Target! Ceasefire!
Target destroyed. Yeah, still good. Yeah, we've got 3 call signs remaining. Tanks just over the berm. And 3rd platoon is starting to engage, but they're going to lose that battle. Okay, we have to get behind the tanks here. Make sure this guy's dead. Destroyed. And that was a danger close fire air mission there. Gonna watch our right flank. Okay, let's make sure that this tank is dead as well. It's gonna get a little bit concerning here. Things have gone quiet though, so let's clear out objective link. Let's call in some air support on it, just to be sure. Yes, this some exhaust over there. Okay, let's stop here for a minute. They don't see us, but the tanks may be of concern. Okay, I'll restock. Let's see if we can get some artillery on that tank. Concentration if there's still any remnants. 3rd platoon is heading up through Delta right now. Here it comes. Artillery is fairly close. That's good. danger close. Okay, no further activity with our fire base. So let's go clear this area now. The platoon is right behind us. Formation. And we got one BMP right over here.
GHPC identified. Fire heat. Target. Re-engage. Next target. GunnerHEA PC identified.
It's got a beat on us.
Fire! Obstruction! Kill that fucker! Next target. Gunner Stable PC identified. Fire heat. On the way. Target.
Target destroyed.
Re-engage.
Nope. Not a target destroyed.
On the way. Re-engage.
Winging it. It's gonna beat on us.
On the way! Next target! GunnerHEA PC identified! Fire! On the way! Engage! Cease fire!
Target destroyed. Okay. That was a close call. Something there.
Gunner! On the way! Engage!
That was close. Is that target dead? Yep, target destroyed. Third platoon is on its way. And those are strange sounds. What's going on down there? Third platoon. First call sign. Second call sign. Good. Sounds like our fire base is engaging again. One, two, three. Alright, time to do some mop up. Help out the fire base. This is 1-1. Enemy destroyed at objective link. Out. Let's get some observation here. Something is firing across. Maybe this PC is shooting at something. Just gonna put artillery on it. Get back to objective link and phase line sand. Okay, overall, a little bit problematic of a mission here, going through the kill zone, getting hit from all sides. But 3rd Platoon survived intact. All four call signs are good to go. And they have seized objective link. But with a single call sign, I'm not going to investigate any further. This is 1-1 at Sand Now Out.
And they marched over hills where the brave dare not tread. Their kilts in the windpipe tunes fill the air. They stomped so proud that the earth shook below. Across the highlands to the battle's fierce glow. We swung our claymores till the enemy fell down. 1, 2, 3. Through the mist of the morn, hard, steady, and true, with the drums beating loud in the sky so gray and blue, they marched on and on where the legends were born, to the sound of the pipes by the first light of dawn. Stomp, 1, 2, 3. Our tartans, they flew in the highland storm's crown.